Throughout history, humans have been fascinated by the concept of time travel. The idea of moving through time, changing events, and witnessing history unfold has captivated our imagination, leading to books, movies, and wild theories. But what if time travel wasn't just science fiction? Over the years, bizarre images, mysterious people, and strange events have fueled the belief that some individuals may have cracked the code of time travel. From modern-dressed individuals in ancient photos to predictive writings that seem too accurate to be coincidence, these cases continue to spark intense debate. Let's dive into some of the most shocking and puzzling alleged cases of time travel. The mystery of the time-traveling hipster. One of the most famous alleged cases of time travel comes from a 1941 photograph taken at the reopening of the South Forks Bridge in Canada. The photo, now widely known as the time-traveling hipster, appears to show a man dressed in modern sunglasses, a printed t-shirt, and a casual hoodie, an outfit that seems completely out of place for the 1940s. Many conspiracy theorists claim that this man is a time traveler accidentally caught in a historical moment. Skeptics argue that his outfit wasn't actually that unusual for the time, but the debate rages on. Was this simply a case of an unusual fashion choice, or did this man step into a time period where he didn't belong? The mysterious man at the Mike Tyson fight, a 1995 boxing match between Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely, became the subject of controversy decades later when a strange detail was noticed in the footage. In the crowd, a man appears to be holding what looks exactly like a modern smartphone, recording the fight. Here's the problem. In 1995, smartphones with cameras didn't exist yet. The first commercially available camera phone wasn't released until the early 2000s. So how did this man have a device that looked so futuristic? Some believe he was a time traveler, while skeptics suggest it could have been an older, bulkier camera that just looks modern at a glance. Ancient texts that predict the future, while physical time travelers remain controversial. Some of the most bizarre cases come from ancient texts that seem to predict modern events with eerie accuracy. For example, the works of Nostradamus, a 16th-century French astrologer, are filled with cryptic predictions that many believe accurately foresaw major world events like World War II, the rise of technology, and even 9/11. But it's not just Nostradamus. Other ancient writings and artworks seem to depict things far beyond their time, like paintings from the Middle Ages that show what appears to be flying machines and astronauts. Could these be evidence of knowledge passed through time, or are they just coincidences? The mystery of the Charlie Chaplin time traveler. In 2010, a behind-the-scenes clip from a 1928 Charlie Chaplin film, The Circus, went viral. Why? Because it appears to show a woman walking past the camera while holding a device to her ear, exactly like a modern cell phone. The problem? Cell phones weren't invented yet. This led to wild theories that she must have been a time traveler caught on film. However, some skeptics argue that she could have been holding an early hearing aid, which had a similar shape. But why does she seem to be talking into it? The debate remains open. The enigma of John Titor, the alleged time traveler from 2036. Perhaps the most famous case of alleged time travel is the story of John Titor, a mysterious figure who appeared on online forums in the year 2000, claiming to be a time traveler from the year 2036. Titor claimed he had traveled back in time on a government mission and warned people of a coming civil war in the US and various catastrophic events. He even shared blueprints of his time machine, describing how it worked and the physics behind it. While many of his predictions never came true, his story gained a cult following. Was he really a time traveler, or just an elaborate hoax? The strange case of the CD, in a 17th-century painting art history, has also provided some bizarre time travel clues. One example is a 17th-century painting called The Expected One, by Ferdinand Boll. The artwork shows a man holding what looks exactly like a modern CD case. CDs weren't invented until the 1980s, so what is this mysterious object? Some believe it is evidence of a time traveler, while others suggest it could be an old book or mirror. But the resemblance is uncanny. A time traveler in an ancient Greek tomb? A 2,500-year-old Greek tomb has puzzled historians for years due to an unusual carving that looks exactly like a modern laptop. The carving depicts a person looking at a thin, rectangular object with two holes on the side, resembling USB ports. Some theorists claim this is proof that technology was brought back in time, while others say it's just a jewelry box. But the uncanny resemblance has left people wondering. The phone call from the future. In one of the strangest cases, in 1981, a man in Sweden claimed to have received a phone call from himself, 40 years in the future. He described how the voice on the other end was identical to his own and warned him about events that later came true. Scientists couldn't explain the call, and skeptics dismissed it as a prank, but the mystery remains unsolved. The final question: is time travel real? So, are these cases proof of time travel, or just coincidences? While mainstream science says time travel is theoretically possible under Einstein's theory of relativity, we have yet to prove that humans have actually done it. However, one thing is certain: the mystery of time travel will continue to fascinate us, and as technology advances, who knows? Maybe one day, we'll have our own time machines and see history unfold with our own eyes. What do you think? Is time travel real, or are these just wild coincidences? Let us know in the comments.